Good morning, eighth grade tech ed students. Today I'm going to walk you through kind of the final steps before we go to the laser engraver to make our laser inlay. So I've got a design here. Technically this wouldn't work, it's got too many pieces, but we're just going to run with it for now so we can kind of go through the different steps. I have my picture, I had words, I had a picture and words. We're going to assume, for the sake of this argument, that everything on this project is done correctly. You've image traced, you've done everything, or anything, and your images are all grouped together. So I'm moving them together all as one piece. Okay. Um, what we're going to do here is I'm going to talk about preparing for the laser engraver. So whenever we laser engrave, we need an edge or an outer border around the outside of our part, and the laser will identify anything that is a hairline as a vector that can be cut, and we also will determine anything that is a red hairline as cutting. And we could change it to black, but we're going to do a red hairline because it makes it easier for us. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is, like, let's use the words, for example. I'm going to click on them, and we look down here, and the pen has none. That means we have no outline. So our width is none. What we're going to do is we're going to go to hairline. We're going to go to color here, and I'm in RGB mode, and you want to be in RGB mode. Your thing might look slightly different, might be like this, might be like this, could be like that. Really, you probably want two of these that gives you the numbers. And your goal is the R mode, which stands for red, needs to be 255, and green and black need to be 0 and 0. So you hit OK, and now we'll notice that if we zoom in, there's this little red outline around the outside. Now, I'm also going to go down here to the fill button. We haven't really used fill at all. And see, this one has the picture thing. I'm going to go in here. It has 0, 0, 0, so it's black. I can hit OK. But up here, we have the edit fill. We have uniform or no fill. We're going to remove the fill. If you remember from before, the other way you can do that is you can manage it up here on the right. So you can click here or there, no fill. Unless there's one case where you would leave the fill in. If you have something that you have talked to me and approved that you want to have rastered or burned into the material, if you want something burned in, you need to leave the thing you want burned as black. If you want it to just be cut out and then you're going to paint it, you want it to be no fill. Okay, so that's how you do that. So with the helmet, I'm going to click on it. This is all one object. I've grouped everything together. I'm going to double click here. I'm going to go width, hairline. We're going to change the color to 255 for red. Hit OK. And now we have these hairlines around all of our individual pieces. Now, one more thing that I like to do personally is if you have multiple objects together, I like to highlight them both, right click, and group the objects. That way, if you want to move something later on, object, align to distribute, we can center it to page, and it centers both objects, not just one. Okay, last thing we have to do. I'm going to be cutting out multiple of these at a time. So I want to take this, and I'm going to go to my box tool, my rectangle. I'm going to click, and I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to change the width to whatever the width of my page is. In this case, I'm going 6 wide. Change it to 6. Unlock here so I can change them both at the same time. 4.25. And 4.25 by 6, if you remember, is the size of our drawing board. I'm going to go up to top while I still am selected on the rectangle. Align and distribute, center to page. And it's going to center that to page. And I'm going to go, Mr. Buckshire, what are you doing here? When I pull these all in, I need to have lines around the outside that kind of show me where I can place them on the pieces of wood as we cut them out, so that I know that I'm not overlapping within other people's room. But I don't want these to laser engrave, because if it's black, it's going to raster it. So I'm going to come down here to the bottom. I'm going to change the color to green, full green, 255 green, 0 red, 0 black. Okay, hit OK, and it's going to be this awful color green, but that's fine, because now I can use this as a reference line to place my part where I need to be, and I can use it to, and it won't laser engrave because it's green. I'm noticing one thing I forgot to do. I'm going to click on my helmet here in the middle, which actually I can't now that I have this line around the outside. So I'm going to move that. Oh, Control Z. I did actually select it there. And I'm going to make sure my helmet has no fill. So I just want the hairline on that. Well, at this point, we could file save if you've already saved on your computer, save as. And we're going to talk about putting it on a flash drive. So remember from last year, when we go file, even if you already have it saved from computer, you need to go file, save as to get it on a flash drive. You're going to come here on the left side of your save drawing thing. Let me just make this a little larger so you can see. We're going to come on the left side here. We're going to come on down, and there could be different names. Each flash drive has a little bit of tape on them, and the tape has a number. This flash drive that I have right now has 4 on it, so it's called Tech 4. 3, look for Tech 3, Tech 2. If the name doesn't line up with the number on your flash drive with the word Tech in front of it, come and find me. I'll rename it. I'll make it work. They're very likely, there probably will be a lot of bunch of files in there from previous classes. In fact, you might open up a flash drive and find a project you made last year in 7th grade. Totally possible. And what's really important here is we need to come down here to the bottom where it says version 19. And our laser engraver is a really old computer, so we have to use an old version of CorelDRAW. Go on down, click on version 14, and then we can hit save, and it saves on the flash drive. Once you've done that, you can come and give the flash drive back to me, and we can work on getting set up to laser engrave your project. Good luck with this step. Make sure you get everything right. If you have questions, double check it with me and go to work.